Clope and Nidek Minster welcomes you to this broadcast of OHSAA Girls District Semifinal Basketball Tournament at NKTelco Sports. We're at Wapakoneta High School where the Minster Wildcats take on the New Knoxville Rangers. Tonight's game is brought to you by the following sponsors: Crown Equipment Corporation, First National Bank, Keyhole Pizza, Winners Meats, Sydney Allglaze Audiology, Precision Strip, Wagner's IGA, and NKTelco. Along with Jeff Henshin, I'm Dave Kanapke at Wapakoneta High School, an MAC matchup between the number 1 seeded New Knoxville Rangers and the number 3 seeded Minster Wildcats. Should be a good matchup. We'll look first, Jeff, at the Minster Wildcats, 16-8 on the season, the number 3 seed. They've had a little bit of an up and down season, but against a really tough competition, but they've really peaked at the end of the season.
Yeah, you look at the record, 8 losses, and they upped their schedule. We talked about that during the regular season game you and I had together. Went out and picked up some good competition, and that made them only better, and they seem to be playing much better basketball now. The winners of 5 in a row, 7 of the last 8, so they seem to be playing pretty well. I saw them win their sectional title against Fort Recovery. Played very solid in that game against a good Fort Recovery team. So a lot of confidence for these Wildcats coming in here as unfamiliar territory, Dave, as an underseed, if you will, number 3 seed.
Yeah, they've won this district 6 years in a row, so usually they're the number 1 seed coming in. But this year, the number 1 seed, Knoxville Rangers. A great year under head coach Tim Hegemeyer, 22-2 on this season. The outright MAC champions. Tonight's task is to eliminate the Minster Wildcats, who's eliminated the Rangers the last 4 years in a row in tournament.
Yeah, that's a tough way to look at it. Knoxville now the number 1 seed this tournament against a veteran team has been in this district, and Minster's knocked them out, like you said, either in sectional finals, but 3 years in a row, I think, in district finals, or at district finals maybe. So obviously, Minster's had the upper hand. New Knoxville has had a good run this season. Nothing is easy, though. You beat them during the regular season, but that guarantees really nothing. It just means we're having another good battle today just for the right to simply move on to the district finals. So all this work to get through this game, and you still got, many more to go through this tournament trail. So New Knoxville, a lot of expectations, and, we'll see how they prepare and come out against a team where Minster's been in this position quite often, just roles reversed.
Yeah, these two teams played January 13th over in Minster. You and I had that game. New Knoxville won 36-23. They got off to a good start in that game. LMF was in a foul trouble for Minster, but it's a whole different ball game, neutral court. We'll see how it plays out.
Yeah, I agree. Mesher getting in foul trouble didn't help the Wildcats. New Knoxville's defense remained very good, as it has been all year, and New Knoxville got enough offense done to take care of business in the MAC game back in January.
We're about to do the national anthem. We'll pause here on NKTelco Sports.
You are invited to stand and sing our national anthem, the Star-Spangled Banner.
Welcome back here to Wapakoneta High School, a longtime side of this district. And often, like again this year, we have a lot of MAC teams. We have 2 MAC matchups. Should be great matchups here. First one will be number 1 seeded New Knoxville Rangers against the number 3 seeded Minster Wildcats. The second game will be number 2 Marion Local against number 5 Parkway. So it should be a good contest, as we mentioned in our pregame. Minster won this district 6 years in a row, so they're not the favorite here tonight. The referees are just announcing here. Michael Lampton is the referee, the gentleman in the middle. Amy Rowe is the woman there, and then Eric Dickey, the one on the right there, or on the left as you see it on your screen. So now they will start with the organizers, the coaches for Minster, and then the coaches for New Knoxville. Talk about these coaching staffs, very veteran crews on both sides of the court.
Coach West just, quote, 6 seasons as head coach, but he's been involved with that program for a number of years.
Yeah, you see Mike West, a new, relatively new one, Leanne Hilsman, Shelley Wolf, and Nance Deckschulte is now his assistant. And for New Knoxville, you know, the last ride for them, if you will, as Coach Hegmeyer had said this is going to be his last year, and 2 gentlemen have been with him a long time.
Yeah, Tim Hegmeyer, head coach, 17 seasons. Matt Gable joined him when he started as varsity head coach. Tim spent 2 years as JV coach, and Coach Courtfleur John's been with the program as well.
So now as they do the non-starters for Minster, let's talk about our keys to the game, brought to you by Keyhole Pizza for those Wildcats.
Well, for Minster, they know they need to be patient on offense against a good New Knoxville defense. Don't force passes, and basically just don't force it. Work the ball, make New Knoxville work on defense. Rebound. Don't let New Knoxville get second chances and have to shoot well. New Knoxville's defense, again, can limit your opportunities, so that patient offense, work for a good shot, and when you have that opportunity, seize it, because you're not going to get a lot of looks, and you got to be able to knock them down.
Yeah, I'll be curious, too, how they start out in that first matchup during the regular season. New Knoxville won the first quarter 19-8, and it seemed they had Minster's offense out of sync, so to speak. So now as New Knoxville's non-starters, let's talk about their keys to the game, brought to you by Keyhole Pizza.
Well, Coach Hegmeyer wants to contest every Minster shot. Make sure there's a hand in the face. Also, rebound. They don't want to give up the second shots on the rebounding. And also, New Knoxville wants to make sure they can hit the outside shots to open up the middle, spread Minster's defense out, force them to defend the whole half court, if you will.
And those are your keys to the game, brought to you by Keyhole Pizza. Again, contest every shot, rebound, and hit the outside shot, the 3 keys for New Knoxville. That will lead us into our Sydney Ogle's audiology starting lineups. They will do alternate format between. You'll bring the lineups on the screen for the Wildcats. Number 4, Katie McClurg, a 5'4" junior, 7.5 a game. For the Rangers, number 2, Haley Fletterjohn, 7 points a game for the 5'5" senior. For the Wildcats, number 10, Casey Albers, good 3-point shooter, 9 points a game. For the Wildcats, Avery Henshin, 12.7 rebounds again for the 5'10" senior. The Wildcats, number 13, a 5'7" junior, Morgan Sparks, right at 5 points a game. Number 10, Carson Henshin for the Rangers, 8.6 rebounds a game for the 6'1" senior. Next, Lily Barhorse, a 5'10" sophomore, 7 points, 6 rebounds a game. For the Rangers, number 12, Melissa Waterman, 5'7" senior, 4 points a game. And number 20, the only senior in the starting lineup, Ella Messer, 11 points a game to lead the Wildcats. And for the Rangers, Ellie Gable, co-player of the year in the MAC, 14 points a game, was leading the MAC in assists, steals, and 3-point percentage, the leader of this team. So great matchup here again. The regular season matchup was in favor of New Knoxville over at Minster, 36-23. They got off to a good start. Mesher was in foul trouble. You know, hardly ever does games play out the same way. We'll see how this one plays out here today, Jeff.
Yeah, it's a whole new day. I mean, that game last in January guarantees you nothing. So, you know, it's a game. You got to come in and do what you do and not let the moment be too big.
Yeah, I often think when you're doing a rematch, as long as you're competitive, it favors who lost the first time, because you know what you need to change. Minster knows what they need to change. New Knoxville went pretty good. So there's not much you can change. Now, one thing, though, Carson Henchen missed a lot of that game. She went down hard during that game, I think early second half.
Yeah, she didn't play a lot of that ball game, so she's back, and hopefully everyone stays in full strength. And I think, Dave, also, we didn't talk about too much, but both teams' benches don't score a lot. So, you know, these 5 on the court need to be on the court for offense. So foul trouble is that unwritten key to the game that we didn't really talk about, but you know, that becomes a play like it was against Mesher. You take a head of the snake off their Minster team like that, it puts your team in a little bit of panic right away.
Good point. Be a big factor here as Henchen drives to the hoop, loses her footing there. Rebound by Barhorst. Gives ahead to Mesher. She can handle the ball pretty good for a tall girl. Barhorst. McClurg. 3 juniors, a sophomore in Barhorst, and 1 senior in Mesher. Sparks. Knoxville's known for the defense, led the league in defense, only giving up 25 points a game.
Yeah, that's awesome. You know, they face some good teams and just continue to hound them, and they make you work for your shots. They don't usually have many breakdowns and a lot of good hands.
Just great man-to-man defense there, and there's a steal by Helly Flutterjohn.
The hands got it up high and kept it in possession. Again, an overhead pass when you're standing on your feet. I just think that's a difficult pass to execute with the active hands that these girls play on defense.
Henchen gives it up to Gable. You know, Minster's no slouch on defense as well, only gives up 39 points a game. Gable underneath there to Waterman. Melissa's shot is blocked, but a foul.
Good execution as Waterman read the defense, went back door. Gable used a bounce pass, and they get a nice look for Waterman. Unfortunately, though, for the Wildcats, Ella Mesher, just a minute and a half into this game almost, picks up her first foul.
She had 2 fouls early in that regular season. She had her 3rd foul early in the second quarter. She even played with 3 fouls in the second quarter there for a while as Waterman misses the first free throw.
61% shooter from Melissa Waterman, the 5'7" senior, averaging just under 4 points a game.
Hits 1 of 2. It's our first point of the night. Wildcats back on the attack. McClurg will handle the ball mostly from the point guard. There's a 3 by Sparks. Misses everything. Albers at the right spot there, and she draws a foul.
Flutterjohn kind of got out of position there. That long rebound. Flutterjohn kind of got her hand caught in there. Just really couldn't get it out. Gets whistled for her first foul. Both these teams at least had no school today. Weather canceled both schools, so that's kind of a long day to sit around and hopefully get this game in tonight. No weather affects anything, but neither school had school today. Neither team had school today.
Steal up to Flutterjohn as her and Gable did a double team and it resulted in a layup.
Points off turnovers. Knoxville gets it.
Mesher gives it up to Barhorst. Twin Towers, if you will, for the Wildcats. Sparks. We go to Barhorst, and that's tipped away. Henchen with the steal this time.
3rd Minster turnover here in the first quarter, Dave. So a rough start from that aspect. Just 1 shot taken by the Cats.
Flutterjohn as Gable tries to post up. Waterman. Rangers led the MAC in all 3 shooting categories. Field goals, free throws, and threes, which is the triple crown, if you will, of shooting. Underneath, Avery had to tip it to her sister Carson, able to keep the possession alive. Knoxville usually patient on offense. Patient offense and good defense, such a trademark of a Tim Hagemeyer, your Knoxville girls team for the 17 years. And there's Gable with an opening. Can't get the roll. Rebound Minster.
Nice look. Pass snuck in there somehow. Minster challenged Gable, made her shoot it with her offhand, her left hand, and that resulted in the missed shot, but a good look for the Rangers.
Still 3-0 on our First National Bank scoreboard. First National Bank, think first. And there's another steal as it goes off the hands of Mesher. Flutterjohn with the steal.
Minster maybe fortunately only down 3.
3-pointer by Gable is rebounded by Barhorst.
4 turnovers for the Cats, 1 shot, and they're just down 1 possession. Knoxville's missed some 3 shots already, or 3 of their attempts.
Trying to do a little high-low there as they're looking down low for Mesher.
Well, they have the bodies to do it. You said Barhorse and Mesher can go that top down. They have size and have the ability to do that.
6 foot and 5'10". Luxury for girls high school basketball in these parts. There's a block and a nice steal by Carson Henchen. She takes it across the timeline.
Carson averages 1 block a game.
Carson will try the 3 and hit it. Carson Henchen rebound, steal into 3.
Good possession for her. That's her 9th made three-pointer of the season. Shoots at a pretty decent percentage of 38%. She missed 8 games this year early on, so hasn't played a full slate, if you will, like the rest of her teammates, but good possession for her.
Pass to Sparks. Minster fortunate not to have a turnover on that one as it's knocked out of bounds. Corinne Myring will come into the lineup, one of 6 seniors on this team, and also Rebecca Leffel. And New Knoxville, she's another senior. New Knoxville, their top 6 are all seniors. And there's a steal by Avery Henchen. Takes it the whole way and in. Defense is given to Knoxville their 8-0 lead. Coach Wiss will call a timeout. A full timeout here for the Wildcats. We'll step aside and we'll be right back. You're watching tournament basketball on NKTelco Sports.
Lift your career to new heights with Crown, an innovative global leader in the material handling industry with over a 75-year history of growth and success. We're seeking career-minded candidates for a wide variety of entry-level and skilled positions in our new Bremen, New Knoxville, Salina, Minster, and other U.S. locations. Visit crown.jobs to apply or find us on social media by searching Careers at Crown.
Early here, but you see Coach Bliss regrouping on his precision strip timeout. His Wildcats down by 8.
Well, it's been New Knoxville's defense so far that's really been the more aggressive, if you will, here. New Knoxville's offense getting on track here as of late with a three-pointer by Carson Henchen after a good defensive block, shot, rebound, and then a steal by Avery goes coast to coast. So scoop and a score, 5 quick points, and now it's more of a 2 or 3 possession. A lot of time to go. So Minster does not need to panic, but they've been kind of a little bit slow on maybe offense or not moving as crisply as they can. New Knoxville's defense has created 5 turnovers already, and those have led to 4 Ranger points.
See if they change anything. I think their offense works best when they have the 2 girls get it inside and then they can kick it out.
Right now it's got like a 4 out, 1 in. A lot of moving parts here. Hoping New Knoxville will break down or miscommunicate on defense.
Mesher will put up a shot. Rebound by Henchen. Pushing it up ahead to Leffel.
Mesher had a nice game against Fort Recovery in the sectional championship game. Did some inside shooting, did some outside shooting. I think she had like 12 points in the first half. Didn't need her offensive bunch in the second half, but got off to a good start with the basketball on offense.
Gable will try a 3. And 11-0 Rangers.
Well,
just thinking they built this lead without her scoring, and now she hits one.
Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All 5 starters have scored for New Knoxville. But a long way to go. The Wildcats just need to get a basket here, stop the bleeding, if you will, and then clamp down on defense a little bit tighter against the Rangers. But right now, that offense is going to be hard to come by. It's easier said than done.
Barhorse to Mesher. Mesher against Henchen. Barhorse. Nice move, and the first points for Minster.
Well, a real nice move is right. She had to work around some defense and then stepped with her non-pivot foot and gave herself some more room and kept the ball above her head the whole time. Good answer for the Wildcats.
Waterman gives it to Avery Henchen in the corner. Flutterjohn picked up quickly there by McClurg. Coming up on a minute and a half in the first quarter. Gable, three-pointer rebounded by Leffel. Rebecca will put up a tough shot. Flutterjohn. And then finally foul there. It looks like Waterman was fouled on the rebound, so several chances there, and they got 2 foul shots coming up.
Yeah, Mesher got lucky there. The second Ranger to get the missed shot, it was Rebecca Leffel. If she would have powered up, I think she could have probably picked up the second one. Mesher had kind of lost her balance, and instead Leffel kind of floated with Mesher and didn't maybe draw the hard contact. But is that Flutter, John, you said, or Waterman back at the line, right?
Yeah, Waterman hits the first one. Casey Albers in the game. Claire Lamb in the game, as well as Alyssa Niemeyer. Coach was trying to find the right combination. Avery Henson with the rebound. Leffel will try the tray. Rebound there by Claire Lamb.
Well, the Rangers had a bunch of looks there. They do come away with 1 point out of that. So it wasn't an empty trip, but boy, a bucket there could have really put the Wildcats in a bigger, deeper hole early on here. That should be a travel.
You might lose her footy. 6 turnovers in just 1 quarter. The Knoxville defense has been in control here as Minster with some press, which they usually have done through the years. Letterjohn will take the basketball.
Just trying to make New Knoxville, it's not really an aggressive press, Dave, kind of a token, but it does force the Rangers to work against a player in your face, if you will. So just trying to mix it up, maybe force New Knoxville into rushing things a little bit.
Henson all the way over to Leffel. Letterjohn will drive, kick it to Henson. Gable down to 30 seconds. Not really going for the last shot per se, just running through their offense. Gable with the basketball, 20 seconds as Coach Wiss shouting a lot of defensive instructions.
Now it might be last shot, David. It kind of looks like they're running the flex offense, high flex to down to 10. They'll need to find Gable or Flutterjohn here and get the offense started.
Letterjohn gives it up to Gable. She loses the handle, and that went into a quarter of basketball on your First National Bank scoreboard. Rangers 12, Wildcats 2. We'll be back with the second quarter here on NKTelco Sports.
Clopay Corporation, America's favorite garage door, is now hiring for all manufacturing and over-the-road Class A CDL driving positions. Clopay is the largest residential garage door manufacturer in North America, and we are continuing to grow. Join our team and work in a safe, clean, modern environment. Clopay offers a great benefits package as an equal opportunity employer and a drug-free work environment. Imagine the possibilities when you open the door to your career at clopay.com/careers.
Are you looking for a new career with amazing growth potential? Nidec Press and Automation is hiring for many positions right now. Nidec is a global company that is growing with its sights on being $1 billion company. Machinists, service technicians, human resource personnel, IT specialists, electrical engineers, mechanical engineers, and many more. The opportunities abound at Nidec Press and Automation. Go to minsterjobs.com now to get started on your new career with Nidec.
1 quarter in the books here at this district semifinal. It's been all in favor of the number 1 seed as they're up by 10.
Well, it could have been worse, Dave. We talked a little bit. Minster, 6 first quarter turnovers in New Knoxville. You know, capitalized on some. They could have had some offensive rebounds to the Rangers and scored a little bit. Boy, they missed some shots inside that maybe could have made it a little bit bigger spread. But overall, New Knoxville 4 of 11 from the field. That includes 2 of 5 from three-point range. And there's another turnover for the Wildcats. Minster got off 4 shots in the first quarter. In 8 minutes, they got off 4 shots, made 1. Included in that 4, they were 0 for 1 from three-point range. New Knoxville 2 of 5 from three-point range in the first quarter. But yeah, another turnover. So if New Knoxville, you know, can capitalize here, can make it very difficult for the Wildcats here early in the first half.
There's the Wagner's IJ stats and recap for quarter number 1. Rangers back on the attack. Waterman to Gable. Henson, turnaround off to the right side. Rebound with the Wildcats. Sparks will give it to Mesher. She wanted the basketball. Tried to do a reverse layup.
Stepped out of bounds, maybe.
Possibly right in front of us.
It was close. Well, she went by the baseline pretty quick. I mean, that was a nice, strong move. The defense didn't rotate over enough, and she just couldn't knock down the jumper, but got there pretty quick, keyword fast.
Albers, Mesher, turnaround. Nice block by Henson. Goes out of bounds to be Ranger ball.
And again, Mesher, after the block shot, could have picked up her second one trying for the rebound, but instead it'll stay with New Knoxville, or they'll just be ball out of bounds.
Full timeout by New Knoxville. We will keep it right here. I'd like to recognize our sponsors. Our 5-star recruitment sponsor is Crown Equipment Corporation. MVP sponsors Clopay and Nidec Minster. Our keys to the game that we mentioned before the game, brought to you by Keyhole Pizza in Newport. Replays by Winners Meats in Osgood. Our starting lineup sponsor is Sydney Allglaze Audiology. All these timeouts like this one brought to you by Precision Script. Our stats and recap at every quarter, sponsored by Wagner's IGA in Minster. Jeff and I will pick a player of the game, and that is sponsored by NKTelco. And on our First National Bank scoreboard, still 12-2 in favor of the Rangers.
Yeah, like I said, the defense for Minster has been doing a nice job as well as of late. You take away those 2 turnovers that kind of led to uncontested shots for the Rangers. That's 4 less points. It's an 8-2 game, and Knoxville has, again, not been able to blow the door wide open. Yeah. And Minster hasn't tried to shut the door either by getting any buckets on offense. So kind of at a little bit of a standstill here. Keyword is a lot of time left to play really for either team. I mean, Minster can obviously still come back, make a good run at it. New Knoxville, given a few more buckets here, can really, take some air out of the sails if they could.
Our cameraman, Kirk Kuffner, had some nice shots of both of the huddles there. See the intensity of both coaches, the whole coaching staff, and also the players, the attentiveness of both of them.
Well, this is pretty valuable information here. This is something that's not like this part in other areas of the state. I mean, this is a cherished memory, if you will, and
Avery loses her footing as she drives, and that'll be a turnover against the Rangers. Yeah, Coach Nan Steckschulte, who was head coach for a long time, she always would say that if you can win district, that's her goal every year is win district. You win that, everything else is icing on the cake. But her point was it's so tough to win district in this area. You have to be, usually you're beating at least 2 very good teams again for the second time to win the district here, and they're usually MAC teams.
Yeah, there are good teams throughout the state, don't get me wrong, but it seems like the congestion in this area is why it's so rewarding to get a district win.
Lindy Hemmelgarn gives it up to Barhorse. Albers will try her first 3 and can it.
Flutterjohn fell down, and that gave Albers enough space. She's her leading 3-point shooter, Dave. That's her 39th make on the season, and a pretty good 35% from that range as well. So a good answer by the Wildcats.
Baseline pass. All the way over, shot off by Waterman. Henson comes up with a rebound. Gable fought about a 3. Give it back to Melissa Waterman. Henson will drive. Spin move, loses it. Avery comes up with it and banks it home.
Not for sure I'd give her an assist, but the ball knocked out of Carson's hand. Avery, right place, right time to get a big basket to kind of answer that Minster 3.
Yeah, New Knoxville had been stuck on 12 for a little bit, so you want to keep that momentum when you have the lead. Lindy Hemmelgarn checked into the line at the last dead ball. Another ball handler, number 12, gives it up to fellow junior there, Katie McClurg. Albers tried to cut underneath. Letters on good defense. Hemmelgarn with a 3. Rebound in Knoxville.
Good board by Avery, and one and done that time for the Wildcats. That would have been a big shot if Hemmelgarn could have got it to help them build some momentum.
Gable with an opening. Rebounded by Mesher. Minster trying to push the tempo. Knoxville gets back. Albers wanted the ball for the 3.
Well, it's a good look, and it was nice that you can see she wanted it. That's what shooters do. She was feeling it. She'd hit her last one, and that's a great shot. Before New Knoxville could kind of get back and smother her, she got a good, right on the mark, Dave, just didn't go in.
Rangers with a 9-point lead. Rangers 22-2 on the season. Number 1 seed. Minster 16-8, the number 3 seed. Waterman ends up with a 3. Funny bounce off the backboard, but I'm sure she'll take it.
Her 7th made triple of the season at 31%. Big shot for Waterman.
Another timeout, this time a short one, a 30-second timeout. Will give us an opportunity to remind you that NKTelco Sports and its sponsors are pleased to bring you replays of tonight's high school basketball tournament action on NKTelco Channel 3 or in HD on Channel 503. The replay times are Thursday, March 3rd at 5 p.m. and Sunday, March 6th at 3 p.m. You can also watch more games on demand through YouTube, Facebook, and at nktelco.com/sports after both teams have completed their tournament runs. You get a nice shot there of Coach Wiss working through that pencil on what he wants his Wildcats to do, especially on offense.
Yeah, they need to get some offense working here. This 12-point deficit, I believe, now is the biggest of the game, Dave. It was 10 at the end of the first quarter, but just, again, you might as well try to burn those timeouts now while you're still, let's say, in contention, and you still have lots of time, so he wants to make sure his team is on the same page with this offensive set. You know, and maybe they'll change up defense. I don't know, but at least for now, they need to work on the offense and get a good look here. They've had a couple good looks in the quarter. Boy, that pass over the top of the head is deflected so many times.
Albers picks up her dribble, gives it to Sparks. Minster averages 45 points a game for this season. Right now, well below that pace against this very good New Knoxville defense. Sparks, just not many open lanes to go with the ball. Barhorse will draw the foul.
Yep, good move by Barhorse. Picks up the first foul against Carson Henson, Rangers' second foul. Just can't break verticality. It made a very easy call for the referee as Barhorse went hard to the basket.
And with very good defense being played by both teams, only 2 fouls called on each team so far. Barhorse misses the first one.
Hasn't had a great season from the free throw line.
Yeah, great season field goal wise.
Yeah.
A very good shooter from the field just as a sophomore. She started off the bench in the season, worked her way, held down the starting lineup for about 3 times, and she got a friendly roll there to get 1 of 2.
Yeah, it didn't maybe look real good coming off of her hand, but fortunately for Lily, she was able to get 1 of 2 and get a point on the board for the Wildcats.
Gable gives it up to Flutterjohn. Rangers with the 11-point lead coming up on 3 minutes to go before half. Rebecca Leffel back in the ball game. Henson drains the 3.
Her second made triple of the game, Dave. Her 9th and 10th of the season, and quickly the Wildcats, she's gonna pick up her second foul.
Yeah, Barhorse had the ball underneath and got a little too aggressive there, and second one is, I'm sure with this point in the half, she will leave in favor of Melissa Waterman.
Just got to be careful how aggressive you are, know your situation. That made a pretty easy call, too much body contact, and nice release.
Mesher, nice catch and shoot off the out-of-bounds play.
Kept it high and, you know, still got a nice elevation, soft touch off of it from Mesher, her first points of the game. Good to see her get going here. She averages just over 10 points a game.
Henson down low to Gable.
Nice
Twisting
pass.
move there, nice pass, and Gable will go to the line to shoot 2.
The foul was on number 10. Oh, I'm sorry, number 20. Mesher also now in foul trouble with Carson Henson, each with 2.
Gable will shoot 2. Of course, she won over 1,000 points the last regular season game. In each tournament game, she's passed somebody on the 1,000-point list for New Knoxville.
Yeah, against Upper Saddle Valley, she went past Meg Reinecke, and then her last game against Hardin Northern, past Ashley Arnett. Now, Meg Reinecke is now Meg Loggeman, Ashley Arnett's now Ashley Hegemeyer, and has passed 2 former Rangers in the past 2 games. Misses a rare free throw here at 85%, 82% shooter on the season.
She was 1,041 coming into tonight, in 5th place all-time for New Knoxville girls. Splits the free throws. Rangers first one to share that at 21 now, 13-point lead.
3 points, 4 points in the game for Gable.
Albers trying to drive. Good help defense there by Waterman. To go the other way, and Corinne Myron able to get that. There's a break for Minster.
Yeah, New Knoxville didn't see the deflected pass, and fortunately Wildcats able to hold on.
Yeah, like you say, trying to pass above this defense is probably not advised.
Well, the pass, like there, she really wound up and threw it from her chest. I mean, all the hands are up above the shoulders. New Knoxville got a piece of it, but Minster holds on, keeps possession.
Sparks might have taken one too many steps. She took kind of a jump stop, so
it didn't land together. I'm not real sure the interpretation, and
we'll defer to the officials not calling that. There's Myring to Barhorse, and there's a foul on Avery Henshin there. And
pushing off, can't do it. It's just, again, they haven't, you haven't been hurt all game by it. You just give them a free foul basically by the aggressive push from behind. Let them catch it. They're 12 feet from the basket, and make them beat you from perimeter.
So Barhorse has drawn 3 fouls on the Henshin sisters with 1:36 to go. Wildcats.
And Mesher went out of the game, Dave, I think, with the 2 fouls. She's not in now. Did she go out when she picked up her second foul?
Yeah, I think she did.
Okay.
I missed that. There's Barhorse. We have a jump ball
Turnover
to the Rangers.
Second turnover of the quarter for the Minster Wildcats, 8th of the game. New Knoxville only has 2 turnovers, and one of them came at the end of the first quarter when Gable lost a handle there. So it really was when clock ran out, Minster couldn't do anything with it. So 2 turnovers for the Rangers and 8 for the Wildcats.
As we always say, there's turnovers and there's bad turnovers that result in instant points. Gable fakes the 3, drives. That is short, or falls off, not able to get the roll. Albers pushing it ahead, but Leffel saw the pass, takes it the whole way for the basket.
Good steal by Rebecca Leffel. Anticipated and then scored a tough shot on the left side. Good bucket for the senior guard, averaging just under 5 points a game, her first 2 of the night.
Very heady play there by Leffel, and a 15-point lead for the Rangers. Sparks to Myring, thought about a 3. Now to Barhorst. Coming on 30 seconds to go. Henshin Gardner tight.
Yeah, you can't be too tight. You don't want to pick up a second foul that far away from the basket.
Sparks almost stolen there by Waterman. Down to 20 seconds. Sparks thought about it. Down to 13 seconds. Wildcats, not sure they were playing for the last shot, just haven't been able to get a look, but Myring will do the jumper. Barhorse with the rebound. Kicks it out and it's stolen. No, Sparks comes up with it. Instant traffic. No foul, and that will end the first half of play. The number 1 seeded New Knoxville Rangers in control on our First National Bank scoreboard. They lead the Rangers, or they lead the Wildcats by 15. We'll total up our numbers, come back with our Wagner's IGA stats and recap in the second half here on NKTelco Sports.
Hi, I'm Mallory. My grandpa's been making the world's worst pizza for 30 years. That doesn't look like the world's worst pizza. Grandpa, I know why they call you Chunky Bob. It's because you use chunky ingredients on your pizza.
Of course, it's not because I'm fat.
Grandpa, this is the world's best pizza. Keyhole Pizza, come check Grandpa out.
Dine in or carry out.
At First National Bank, we are working hard to make your life a little easier. With products like Card Valet, an app allowing you to control your cards with real-time notifications, transaction restrictions, and spending limits. The ability to access your money through 55,000 all-point ATMs across the country, surcharge-free. Live customer support when you need it, and online and mobile banking, allowing you to gain access to your financial information wherever and whenever you like. First National Bank, making your life a little easier.
Allglaze and Sydney Audiology are committed to providing the most advanced and affordable hearing care solutions.
Did you know that more and more insurances are offering coverage for hearing aids and that we are the most comprehensive provider in the area?
Because we want to serve all in our community, we partner with agencies such as Medicaid, OOD, Sertoma, and most recently the VA, helping our veterans find local solutions to their problems.
Don't leave unused benefits on the table this year. Call us today to see if you qualify.
Lift your career to new heights with Crown, an innovative global leader in the material handling industry with over a 75-year history of growth and success. We're seeking career-minded candidates for a wide variety of entry-level and skilled positions in our new Bremen, New Knoxville, Salina, Minster, and other U.S. locations. Visit crown.jobs to apply or find us on social media by searching Careers at Crown.
We're at halftime here at Wapakoneta High School District semifinal between 1 versus 3. Top-seeded Rangers up by 15 on our First National Bank scoreboard. For Wagner's IGA stats and recap, here's Mr. Jeff Henshin.
As you see there in the bottom left-hand corner, the Wildcats 11 shots, made 3. So not a very good percentage. That's 27% included in that. They were 1 of 4, so just 25% from three-point range. New Knoxville, on the other hand, 8 of 17 overall for 47%, and even a better three-point shooting percentage, 4 of 7 from outside the arc. Free throws, Minster just 1 of 2. New Knoxville, 50%, a little bit below their average on the season. Each team with 10 rebounds, and New Knoxville just the 2 turnovers. Minster with 9, and a couple of them have led to Ranger baskets. So a long way to go for Coach Wiss's team. I'm sure he doesn't have them in panic mode yet. His team has been playing very well as of late. Need to execute on offense. Again, easier said than done. New Knoxville needs to stay out of foul trouble. It may seem like a moot point now, but if Minster goes at it aggressively, they can pick up some fouls against the Rangers. Scoring for the Wildcats in the first half, Casey Albers and Lily Barhorse each with 3 points. Ella Mesher with 2 for their total of 8 for New Knoxville. Carson Henson with 6. Melissa Waterman 5. Ellie Gable and Avery Henson each with 4. Rebecca Leffel and Haley Flutterjohn each with 2 for their total of 23.
So 23-8 here as New Knoxville has their 5 senior starters out for the second half. Coach Wiss using a little bit more time. The last minute instructions. You know, you're down by 15 like you say. It's not over yet. But what they need is they need a quarter like they outscore New Knoxville like by 8 or 10. And they're going like 6 or 7 going into that fourth quarter.
Yeah, even just single digits is always like the magic number. Get it in single digits. In this day and age, it's 3 possessions, you know. Yeah. Not just if you don't have it in single digits, doesn't mean the game's out of reach yet. But boy, mentally, momentum. If you think you get it at 9, you'd made a great improvement in the third quarter.
Wildcat ball to start us off here in the second half.
And the Rangers remain man-to-man defense.
Same starters for the Wildcats as well. Nice pass, Barhorse to Mesher.
Henson went to double team against Barhorse. So that left Mesher open. Good pass by Barhorse and a good finish for Mesher. A good start for the Wildcats.
Flutterjohn will bring up the ball. Finds an opening to the basket. Able to get her own rebound, but it's stolen away by Sparks.
Well,
Morgan across the timeline.
Big opportunity here for the Wildcats. They got a 2 last time. This should be big.
And Albers hits the 3.
Her second triple of the game. A great start for the Wildcats, and 5 unanswered.
Lead down to 10 after just two possessions. As Flutterjohn running the offense to start the first 2 possessions here. Gives it up to Gable. Henson on the wing. Backdoor to Gable, through some traffic, not able to get the rebound. Barhorse, the taller one, able to corral it. See if Minster can be 3 for 3 here in their third possession.
We talked about single digits going into the fourth. It could be single digits here in this possession. Good start for Wildcats. Hit some big shots.
Keep an eye, Barhorse, guarded by Carson Henson, who's playing with 2 fouls. Wildcats being patient here. Sparks finding an opening, loses the handle. Flutterjohn comes up with it for the steal.
Tough break for Sparks. Well, got a little bit too quick there, lost handle and turnover.
Gable guarded by Sparks. Really like the defensive specialist, if you will. Underneath, Henson to Henson for the basket.
Good assist by Avery, good bucket by Carson. Avery averages 3 assists per season or per game, so good execution there, a little top-down Ranger style. We talked about Barhorse and Mesher being able to do it. Good job there by New Knoxville.
And a good answer for New Knoxville to try to stem that momentum that
need to go straight up here. You can't go, don't lose, you lost verticality. That should have been our 3rd foul. Can't reach in like that. You got to go up.
And that rebound comes off a little funny off the basket, goes off of Avery Henson. Another chance here for the Wildcats.
So team rebound or turnover?
Team rebound.
Okay.
Never really had it. It goes out of bounds. They go underneath the Barhorse, guarded there by Waterman.
Well,
and she comes out with a rebound.
They got a great look, Dave, from Barhorse. She doesn't miss many from that angle. Good defense by Waterman. Again, force him to score.
Gable catch and shoot on the 3. Boy, nice job. She caught it and jumped, turned around and shot it.
That's a tough shot. Like I said, having to spin around and go back to the bucket. Van Wright mentioned the assist by Avery Henson. Good pass by her and a good shot by Gable.
A little miscommunication. Flutterjohn with the steal, loses it. Henson on the line for the long 2. Mesher comes up with a rebound. Lead back at 15 though, so what Minster had gained there in the 2 possessions has been gone, and we have a 30-second timeout by Coach Wiss. I'd like to remind you about the sponsors that are making these games possible. Crown Equipment Corporation, First National Bank, Keyhole Pizza, Winners Meats, Sydney All Glaze Audiology, Precision Strip, Wagner's IGA, and NKTelco. Reminder to follow WCSM AM 1350, 96.7 FM, and their internet exclusive games on WCSMradio.com all season long. Your sports leader in Mercer and All Glaze counties, WCSM Radio. Got to look at Coach Wiss in his 6th year. He's coached a team every time through this district. All 5 years he's coached. The last year was the least he's gone in tournament. They lost in the regional semifinals to Fort Laramie. So quite a run. He's had quite a run of talent as well, and there's a travel there.
Yeah, he's no stranger to this. He's been involved with a lot of games as head coach and an assistant coach for all those years. I mean, he's been a part of the Minster program. Yeah, he was assistant on 2 other state championship teams, and that's knocked out of bounds at Nantucket as the head coach. He won over 330 some games as a JV coach, and his winning percentage is like in the upper 8s. There's another catch and shoot. Gable this time couldn't hit it from the right side. Rebound by Minster. Albers, quick pass there to Barhorst. Good help defense there by Carson defense. I think altered that shot by Barhorst. Wetterjohn brings it up about halfway through this 3rd quarter. It was 15 at halftime. It's 15 now. Henson in some trouble, goes out of bounds. Unfortunate that for the Rangers that it stays on this end.
For the Wildcats, number 23,
Alyssa Niemeyer.
And number 12,
Alyssa Niemeyer, number 23, and Lindy Hemmelgarn, a senior and a junior. Talked about they don't have a lot of offensive punch coming off the bench. A lot of quick players, good defensive players. Henson splits the defenders and draws the foul. Nice move, stepping through the defense and then doing like a scoop layup. You're not going to get jump shots all the time. You have to be a little bit creative and make things happen. And by going through the defense there, picks up an easy foul, if you will, as that one goes against Alyssa Niemeyer, her team's first. Avery Henson, first team All-MAC and among the league leaders in several categories. She was 2nd in assists. You wouldn't think about a post player. 3rd in field goal percentage and 4th in both rebounding and also in steals. Yeah, 3 steals per game. Solid year. And, you know, has been a key contributor as these 6 seniors have really helped the Rangers to that 9-0 MAC title, which was unique for them. I mean, that's an honor no one will take away. Now they've got to, you know, still work to do here, but you know, every team at this level wants to move on. That's the area we live in, and that's the beauty of it. And the heartbreak is a team that doesn't get to move on, but you respect that and you go on. McClure drives, picks up the foul. Katie McClure will shoot 2. McClure looking for her first points of the night. She averages 7.5 on the season for the 2nd team All-MAC player. Henson picks up her 3rd foul. Again, you just can't lower the arms like that when you have fouls. So good move by McClure to force the Ranger foul. Anna Larger in the game. About halfway through the season, or early in the season, she was starting. She was even our player of the game in one of our NKTelco. Very good defensive player. And she had some type of an injury, missed several games, and then she played JV since then. So, like I said, they don't have a lot of scoring coming off the bench. It doesn't mean that the players don't play defense and handle the ball. It's just their scoring is not from those. Wow, nice block by evidently Mesher, getting it high up top and coming down with a rebound for the Wildcats. Good play defensively by Ella Mesher. Mesher on her way to play at Findlay University next season. Drive by Hemmelgarn. Boy, nice job not traveling. McClurg's off on her shot. Henson takes it across. Gable through traffic, banks it home. Good kiss. Now that was a nice shot. She was on balance. She's had a couple tough shots that she can hit,
but early in the first half drifted like sideways, and that's kind of a tougher shot. This time straight up, straight down, kiss off the bank board, makes it look pretty easy.
Minster 16-8 this season, the 16th straight winning season they've had of the program. 27 the last 28 years they've had a winning season. That is tipped away, and that will go out of bounds to the Rangers.
5th Wildcat turnover of the quarter, 14th of the game. And again, pass thrown around the defender's face, deflected, ultimately goes off the Wildcats. Mentioned Gable, a nice jumper here. She has 5 points in a quarter. That gives her 9 in the game.
Yeah. 9 in the game, and she has the basketball now. To Henshin, battling for it, and a good job there by Anna Larger. Pass ahead to Sparks. Pass underneath, tipped away, will stay with the Wildcats.
But the Wildcats need a bucket here. They got a Ranger turnover on the offensive end. Need to get some points on the board. I know they're trying, but there's a nice move.
Mesher, that's the second time she's got a basket out of an inbounds play. And Mesher now with 6. Henshin drives, gives it up to Fletterjohn. Gable to Henshin, underneath Waterman. Great ball movement for the Rangers.
Another assist by Henshin, and Waterman her 7th point.
Coach Hagemeyer will call a full timeout. This is an opportunity to step aside. You're watching tournament basketball on NKTelco Sports.
Clopay Corporation, America's favorite garage door, is now hiring for all manufacturing and over-the-road Class A CDL driving positions. Clopay is the largest residential garage door manufacturer in North America, and we are continuing to grow. Join our team and work in a safe, clean, modern environment. Clopay offers a great benefits package as an equal opportunity employer and a drug-free work environment. Imagine the possibilities when you open the door to your career at clopay.com/careers.
Take a look at Coach Hagemeyer right now on our First National Bank scoreboard in his precision strip timeout. 17th year, the veteran, a lot of success. Just has a very calming way, but gets his points across. And even with a 17-point lead, he had a message to tell his players.
Well, you can't get lackadaisical. That's plain and simple. Yes, his demeanor is very calm. You don't see him get riled up too much. And, you know, we talk about Coach West doing so well. Coach Hagemeyer, 17 years, and New Knoxville is a very small school. You don't get a lot of girls to pick from. You take what you get. There's not been a lot of girls move in, if you will, to, you know, it's just always against the odds, if you will. And
276 wins over 17 years.
Yeah,
right at a 66% winning percentage. Like you said, the smallest school in the MAC by far.
And they've had some down years, don't get me wrong, where you've had trouble competing or winning MAC games, but overall gets a job done. And again, usually not blessed with a surplus of athletes. Have had some good ones, as we mentioned, those all-time leading scorers, and just continues to make it fun for the girls. Rangers get another foul. Just need to not help the Wildcats here.
Barhorst hasn't had a lot of points. She has 3, but she's been able to draw some fouls.
Yeah, that's 4 against Henshin sisters, and just got to be smart here. Mesher has been successful on those out-of-bounds plays.
Letterjohn, the rebound.
The McClurg shot from the baseline, right?
Yep.
2-pointer.
Knoxville's won their 9th sectional under Coach Hagemeyer. They're looking for their first district title since 2014. They also won in 07 and 12 this district. Nice shot at the elbow there by Avery Henshin.
Finally, you don't need to always dribble in and shoot against taller competition. Knock down the mid-range jumpers, force the defense to come out. Big shot, good shot by Henshin.
Good job defense there by Gable as it was tipped away. I couldn't tell from, we're in the end zone, so to speak. We're under the New Knoxville basket this half, so.
Eric Dickey right there had the best angle and talking to the crowd, making sure they know whatever conversation that was, but Rangers, again, strong defense. And that big shot by Henshin, that mid-range jumper, simple, you're open, hit it.
Yeah, the mid-range jumper has been kind of fell out of favor in a lot of basketball. I don't understand. If you're open, hit it. You know, don't just always force threes and take an off balance or a hard 3.
Or force a hard 2 where you're going against a shot blocker.
Good point.
And if you're not real vertical, you're losing that advantage. So just take advantage of what they give you.
Good defense there by Gable on the offhand where she reached around, didn't foul, it went out of bounds, but nonetheless, good fundamental defense with 29 seconds to go here in the quarter. Albers on the three, catch and shoot. Big three-pointer there for the Wildcats.
Her third three-pointer of the game. She's 3 of 4 from that range. You would have thought she played last night for the Minster boys team. They made 14 three-pointers, a very good percentage.
14, that was second all-time. And then drive by Gable. She's in double figures with 11, down to 6 seconds. Up ahead, it's Mesher.
Don't foul, Rangers, don't foul.
Gable, our Barhorse. I don't think the shot came off in time. And we played 3 quarters of basketball. The number 1 seeded Rangers in control. They lead by 18 here on NKTelco Sports.
Are you looking for a new career with amazing growth potential? Nidec Press and Automation is hiring for many positions right now. Nidec is a global company that is growing with its sights on being a billion-dollar company. Machinists, service technicians, human resource personnel, IT specialists, electrical engineers, mechanical engineers, and many more. The opportunities abound at Nidec Press and Automation. Go to minsterjobs.com now to get started on your new career with Nidec.
Welcome back here for the 4th quarter here in this district matchup, 1 versus 3. Top seeded Rangers up 38-20 over the Wildcats. And Jeff, I was thinking there at the break, coming out at halftime, Minster's down by 15. They hit a 2 and a 3. They're in 10. And I think they had the ball another time.
They did.
They did not score there, but then I think a big possession there was the Rangers scored right after. They scored a 2 and 3, and all of a sudden it was back to 15.
Yeah, and I'm not for sure if it was the top down from Avery to Carson that got in that first bucket, and then I think a 3 by Ellie Gable put it right back to 15. So that momentum we talked about, that first couple minutes of the 3rd quarter belonged to the Wildcats. They had down to 10 with a chance to go into single digits. Didn't get it done. New Knoxville able to get it back to 15 and then grow that lead, I think, to as much to 19. But it's 18 now. Timeout.
Gable loses her footing. Coach Hegemeyer quickly on the timeout. But yeah, to follow up on that, and you can probably give us some of the numbers that were there in the 3rd quarter, or Wagner's Iga Stats and Recap.
Minster was 4 of 9 from field. Now, of those 4 of 9 shots, they were a good 2 of 3 from three-point range and hit 2 free throws. New Knoxville 6 of 11, so over 50% shooting, made 1 of 2 from the three-point range. So New Knoxville, more importantly, outscores the Wildcats 15-12. So they grow that lead, and boy, the game's not over yet. Still plenty of time, or the time's becoming a factor now where Minster's got to be able to score quickly. But that first couple minutes of the 3rd quarter sometimes is huge. Minster got exactly what they needed, but New Knoxville, the resiliency, the veteran leadership, they're able to fight it off and hold on and build a lead.
So Ranger ball after the precision strip timeout. Gable guarded by Sparks. She came alive a bit there in the 3rd quarter. At 11, she wanted the ball backdoor to Henshin. And she banks it home.
I think Gable with the bucket.
And a nice pass there by Henshin. Shot off to Mark, and Henshin, who had the assist to Gable, hands it to Ellie. Drive to the basket, and falls there by...
I did not see that coming. The unorthodox shove, if you will. It's a shot, but gave it a chance to go in. One of the few times this year she's been able to capitalize on that.
Good play there, taking out of the replay there. Avery drives. You see her reaction. She's out of picture there, but her reaction was like a big smile, like, yes, it fell. Didn't fall on the free throw there, and that'll give it up to the Wildcats, but Rangers have more than doubled right now with a 22-point lead.
That last bucket by Gable had some meaning, Dave, did it not?
Yes, it moved her into 4th place all time. She's now at 10:54. She passed Paige Lehman, 2004 graduate.
Paige Lehman Lagaman now. So another turnover. Whoa. Okay, not a turnover, but yeah, those ladies, one Ranger goes down after a game. Again, Gable passed Meg Reinecke Lageman against the upper side of Valley. Got past Ashley Arnett Hegemar against Hard Northern, and now past Paige Lehman Lageman in the Minster game. So who's next?
Next is Nicole Wright at 1066. So if the Rangers come back, that would definitely be within range for Gable. And I'm sure all she wants is a W.
Yeah.
And well, the numbers will take care of themselves. That will be a foul there. Also after that, you have Jill Henson, who's the longtime record holder at 1178 until Haley Horseman passed her at in 2014. Haley, the all-time leader for the Knoxville girls, at 1317.
Wow, breakdown on defense.
Couldn't hit there by Sparks there, but Claire Lamb with the stick back.
Well, good job by Lamb, able to be in the right spot, the right time. New Knoxville, a rare breakdown on defense.
Rebecca Leffel checks into the lineup. Gable over to Fletterjohn. Coming up on 6 minutes to go. Rangers in control, and there will be a foul there. I think they called Lamb on going through Henson for the steal.
Right idea by Lamb, being aggressive, moving to the basketball, just got too much contact against Avery Henson to draw the foul, or else it probably might have been a Minster or a New Knoxville turnover.
Gable shouting instructions on this play. She does a cut underneath, and she is fouled.
Good job reading the defense. I think Sparks had gambled like she expected Gable to jump out to the corner. Gable cut back in, and I forget who threw the pass. Maybe it was Fletterjohn. Recognized it, threw a bullet pass, and got at Gable a nice opportunity.
That's one of those instinct plays you can't really coach. You just have to have that ball sense that Ellie Gable definitely has. As hits the free throw, and co-player of the year in the MAC. Second year in a row she was first team All-MAC. A great career for Ellie Gable. Not to mention being the setter on the state championship volleyball team.
Yeah, these seven seniors on the varsity team, 6 of them played volleyball, and were members of the Division IV state championship team. So yes, have had a lot of success, and you got to enjoy it because winning isn't easy. It's a lot easier to lose, I'll tell you that. And right now these girls have taken care of business, and have played hard.
And these seniors, they have had their season end in basketball to the hands of Minster on this floor the last 3 years, as Leffel rattles in a three.
Yeah, not all the girls necessarily were on the court. I mean, they might have been dressed,
Right.
but still the Minsters knocked Knoxville out 3 years in a row here, and then I think the 4th time might have been at St. Mary's in sectionals. Or wherever.
Lima Bath, I think it was that year. Yeah. But yeah, nonetheless, 4 years in a row, Minster is eliminated in Knoxville. So Knoxville trying to get that monkey off their back, and I don't think it's a mental block. It was just some really good Minster teams there.
Yes, and Knoxville has some good teams as well.
And Carson Henson banks it home.
Nice move. That's tough to stop. Again, don't give the defense a chance to really recover. You got to go at it like a layup and use her size and her length for her 10th point to match her jersey number.
Third Ranger in double figures to join Avery and Ellie, and that's a tip pass. And
Avery with 10 and Gable with 14.
Melissa Waterman checks in as Rebecca Leffel does a great job off the bench. She plays good defense.
And has a three-point threat all the time. And
she had a big steal in that first half. And
scoop and score.
She averages 5 points off the bench. Give that a little bit of scoring off the bench is always a plus. Pass to Henson. And that's stolen away there by Corinne Myring.
Melissa Waterman quietly 7 points.
There's a steal by Henson and the cross-court pass to Gable for the layup.
Another assist for Henson. Good execution, good decision, and everything going well for the Rangers now.
50 for the Rangers. That's above their average of 48 a game against a good Minster defense. And Lamb will give it up to Corinne Myring. A couple seniors probably coming to the realization this is probably going to be their last basketball game for Minster High. Another senior Mesher off on the shot. As we'll have a couple more seniors, Alyssa Niemeyer coming into the game, Jaden Clooney into the game, as well as junior Lindy Hemmelgarn.
They'll rule there was a deflection on the Mesher shot, so that's why it stays with the Wildcats. Team rebound.
McClurg will inbound it to Hemmelgarn. Niemeyer with the three. Rebounded by Flutterjohn. Flutterjohn will be fouled in the backcourt. Not a lot of fouls. We still haven't had a 1-and-1 shot.
You're right. All the free throws in the game have been shooting fouls. As you know, there's been a couple players with multiple fouls, but no one else with single fouls. So it's been every foul has been a common.
And a larger end of the game, replacing Katie McClurg. Ranger basketball. They've only lost 2 games this year. They lost to St. Mary's in the 3rd game of the year. Then they won 13 in a row. Lost to Fort Laramie in a battle, and then they've won 7 straight, looking for 8 in a row here. Number 3 seeded team in Division 4 in the state of Ohio.
Yeah, state ranked 3, yes.
Behind the number co-leaders is Avery Henson. A nice move through traffic. The number 1s were tied, I believe. The last one was Fort Laramie and Tri-Village. I think Tri-Village caught him the last time as Fort Laramie lost their last regular season game to Liberty Benton. As I'm stand corrected, if that's the final poll you have in front of me, Fort Laramie was 1, Tri-Village was 2. As Avery Henson with the first one. Just mentioned those 2 are, if they're at district now, if they win, they will go to Vandalia Butte, which is usual for them. But what's a little bit unusual, it's going about every other year now, this Wapakoneta District winner will not go to Vandalia Butler. They will go north to Elida Fieldhouse. So they would not run into either of those 2 teams. Avery Henson will leave, probably call tonight.
She'll sit down with 12 points in the game, had 4 at halftime, 4 in the 3rd, and 4 in the 4th. So pretty consistent.
Jaden Clooney gives it up to Hemmelgarn. Down to Mesher, in some traffic. Clooney's shot is blocked by Henson.
She's had a couple blocks tonight and averages 1 block per game for the 6-foot senior, and timed it pretty well. And the Rangers are going to spread the floor and bring in Erica Wiedock next dead ball. She'll be the 7th senior on the team, and she'll be checking in.
So Megan Wiss will be checking in for the Wildcats, another senior. Getting in the ball game is we're at the point that both coaches able to get players into the game. Coming up on 2:27 as we'll have a.
And I think Coach Wiss was ordering her player to foul. Just a nice move there, one way or the other. You know, as Erica Wiedock comes in for New Knoxville, Ella Mesher checks out.
Gets a good hand, and Ella Mesher will leave. That will end her very good Minster career. As into the game is another senior, number 3, Megan Wiss, and also a sophomore, Brooke Clooney. Megan, of course, has been around the program with her dad coaching for a lot of years. And as Clooney comes up with a steal after the rebound, there's Brooke Clooney as a point guard on the JV team. Younger sister of Jaden Clooney, so they Clooney sisters get a chance for one more time on the floor together. Into the game, we have a number 22, Allie Top, as Carson Hensham will leave. 5, Tiana Wellman. Ellie Gable, and Haley Flutterjohn. A couple more seniors leave.
Flutterjohn has 2 points, but boy, she did a number on defense.
Alyssa Niemeyer leaves as well. Also leading Jaden Clooney. You know, Minster's going to be all right next year. They only start at 1 senior, but it's also a realization for 6 seniors. The bad part of tournament action, there's always some seniors playing their last basketball game.
Yeah, Minster with 6 seniors. Again, New Knoxville with 7, so 13 seniors participating tonight in this, you know, district semifinal. And it's a lot of girls, if you will, to stick it out through, you know, through a long 4-year career. Nice move.
Cordy up and under and in. The junior, Kennedy Cordy, with a basket.
Well, that was a nice move. And, you know, the moves don't have to be flash, you know, real fast. She was deliberate. You let the defense bite on it. She steps through into a nice finish to Cordy.
Leffel, the only senior on the, with Weedock on the floor right now, is Erica now with the basketball. They're stolen away by the sophomore, Brooke Clooney. Clooney will pass it ahead.
Freshman.
No, she's sophomore.
Okay.
She played on the JV team that went 21-1 for Minster this year, so a lot of talent coming ahead. But right now the Rangers in control and will advance to Saturday's game that will be against the MAC foe. The winner of the next game between number 2 seeded Marion and number 5 seeded Parkway Panthers, and should be another battle that we'll be covering here in a minute. Leffel under a minute to go. Rangers got off to 11-0 start and have really rode that from there. Oh, top a fake and in.
Well, it's nice she did it against Cordy because Cordy did it against her, and both were the same style moves.
Both juniors, and yeah.
And it was perfect. I mean, that, I don't know how else you teach it. I mean, the defense bit, and they both like stepped through there legally. It's not traveling, and both of them finished nicely. Both did it against each other. I don't know if I had a conversation about that, but good moves by both young ladies.
Megan Whistle with the basketball. Gives it up to Clooney. Last few seconds of this district final, and won by the number 1 seeded Rangers.
And it'll stop a string of the monkey on the back 4 straight times. The Wildcats have beaten the Rangers to end their season, and this year it'll be role reversal. Good job, New Knoxville. Congratulations to Minster on a great season.
Final score on our First National Bank scoreboard: Rangers 54, Wildcats 24. We'll be back to wrap it up here on NKTelco Sports.
Together, we are family, working safely for our loved ones.
We are problem solvers who challenge the status quo and drive improvement.
We care about our customer relationships.
We stay true to our values, caring and respecting one another.
We embrace change as we journey through our career.
We are Precision Strip, the world's leading processor of rolled steel and aluminum.
Precision Strip, doing the exceptional.
Wegner's IGA have been servicing their communities for more than 90 years, spanning 3 generations. Wegner's founded their business on 2 basic principles: excellent customer service and quality products. Visit all our locations and experience the finest selection of deli, fresh meats, and a variety of beverage choices. While there, don't forget to check out our vast selection of fresh coffee beans, produce, dairy, and bakery items. Visit Wegner's today in Minster, Fort Laramie, and New Bremen.
Thank you for your patience as we construct a new fiber broadband service in your area. We know that along with this process comes disruption in the easements and right-of-way areas, and we are restoring most areas as we complete them. A few areas will have some utility work installed, so we need to wait for the work to be completed before the lawns can be repaired. We're very close to having the fiber or coax drops cleaned up and replaced with fiber optic drops. Hang in there just a little longer, and we'll have a majority of the new fiber system installed.
Lift your career to new heights with Crown, an innovative global leader in the material handling industry with over a 75-year history of growth and success. We're seeking career-minded candidates for a wide variety of entry-level and skilled positions in our New Bremen, New Knoxville, Salina, Minster, and other U.S. locations. Visit crown.jobs to apply or find us on social media by searching Careers at Crown.
Clopay Corporation, America's favorite garage door, is now hiring for all manufacturing and over-the-road Class A CDL driving positions. Clopay is the largest residential garage door manufacturer in North America, and we are continuing to grow. Join our team and work in a safe, clean, modern environment. Clopay offers a great benefits package as an equal opportunity employer and a drug-free work environment. Imagine the possibilities when you open the door to your career at clopay.com/careers.
Are you looking for a new career with amazing growth potential? Nidec Press and Automation is hiring for many positions right now. Nidec is a global company that is growing with its sights on being a billion-dollar company. Machinists, service technicians, human resource personnel, IT specialists, electrical engineers, mechanical engineers, and many more. The opportunities abound at Nidec Press and Automation. Go to minsterjobs.com now to get started on your new career with Nidec.
Hi, I'm Mallory. My grandpa's been making the world's worst pizza for 30 years. That doesn't look like the world's worst pizza. Grandpa, I know why they call you Chunky Bob. It's because you use chunky ingredients on your pizza.
Of course, it's not because I'm fat.
Grandpa, this is the world's best pizza. Keyhole Pizza, come check Grandpa out.
Dine in or carry out.
The Knoxville Rangers advanced to the district final with a convincing 30-point win over the Minster Wildcats on our First National Bank scoreboard. With our Wagner's Iga Stats and Recap, here's Jeff.
Well, the Rangers took care of business tonight. They did so with great defense. They hold the Wildcats to just 9 of 28 from the field overall, so that's a poor percentage for the game. Just, I lost my numbers there, 32%. And 3 of 9, not bad for three-point range, but 9 of 28 overall. New Knoxville, a very good 20 of 36, and 6 of 10 from beyond the arc. So great percentages there. Wildcats only 4 attempts from the line. They made 3 of them. New Knoxville got a few more tries, made a decent percentage there with 8 out of 14. Rebounding margin belongs to New Knoxville, 20 compared to 14. And another key stat, turnovers. Minster committed 19, New Knoxville just 4 for the game. So a lot of offensive opportunities. When you're shooting a high percentage, that's a pretty good recipe, especially when the other team is having turnovers and not as many shots. You know, it's a recipe for what we saw here. So congratulations to the Rangers on a good defensive and offensive performance. Scoring for the Wildcats tonight, nobody in double figures, but Casey Albers hit on 3 3-point shots for 9. Ella Mesher ends with 6. 3 from Lily Barhorse, and 2 points from the following 3 people: Claire Lamb, Kennedy Corti, and Katie McClurg. Their total of 24 points for New Knoxville. 3 players in double figures: Ellie Gable, 16, Avery Henshin, 12, Carson Henshin, 10, Melissa Waterman, 7 points, Rebecca Leffel, 5, 2 from Haley Flutterjohn, 2 from Allison Top. Their total of 54 points.
The Minster Wildcats end their season at 16-9. We'd like to recognize the 6 seniors for Minster: Megan Wisk, Corinne Myring, Jaden Clooney, Ella Mesher, Alyssa Niemeyer, and Claire Lamb. Congratulations on their basketball career and wish them good luck this spring in their future plans. For the Knoxville Rangers, they go to 23-2, and more importantly, they go to the district final, play the winner of Marion Local and Parkway. Just an all-around great ball game. They started out strong.
Good start, no doubt.
Good start, and just pretty well rode that. It got to 10 early second half, but answered that, and a great win for the Rangers all around.
Yeah, good start, and then they answered the Minster rush, if you will, to start the third quarter, where Minster cut it to 10, but then opened it back up to 15, and really I don't think it got any closer than that the rest of the night. They obviously increased it into the fourth quarter.
Some of those numbers, the way they shot, their shooting there, what they were...
Well, in the second half, they were 6 of 6 from the floor in the fourth quarter. It's tough to make comebacks when you're shooting 6 of 6 from the floor. Hit of 3 of 6 free throws. In the second half, New Knoxville was 12 of 17 from the floor. So New Knoxville didn't miss many shots and didn't turn the ball over. So unless you're scoring threes and holding them to twos, you're not going to climb back into it.
And then the defense, you only commit 4 turnovers, you cause 19 turnovers. It's just, that's championship basketball.
9 in the first half turnovers, 10 in the second half for the Wildcats. And with a hand in your face and shots always kind of being rushed, made it very difficult for Minster to get into good rhythm.
Our player of the game tonight, sponsored by NKTelco. We're going to go with number 4, Avery Henshin.
Well, her jersey number came up common tonight. She was number 4 on the roster. She made 4 2-point shots, only missed 1. She made 4 free throws, only missed 1. We have her for at least 4 assists. And there she knocked down a mid-range jumper. That needs to happen. And then she had at least 4 rebounds for sure, but good job for the senior tonight. Player of the game, sponsored by NKTelco. Congratulations to Avery Henshin.
And to the Knoxville Rangers. They go to 23-2. Congratulations to the players and the coaching staff. They'll come back on Saturday night. We will have that game. I'd like to thank our NKTelco sports crew, our director, Scott Robinson, assistant director, Bryce Hamrick, on camera, Kurt Kuffner, my partner, Jeff Henshin. I'm Dave Kanapke. Thanks for watching on NKTelco Sports.